Alright, we back with Ronnie Mears, you know what I'm saying? We taking a little time to reflect on his life, talk about his family, you know what I'm saying, his roots. But we haven't been able to record and gather some information from him in some time, so we're really gonna dig deep on this one. You know what I'm saying? Some real touchy subjects, that I'm sure you don't care to address, at all times. So we're gonna let this be the time that you put it out there, you know what I'm saying? Give the people the word on it, you know what I'm saying? And they can take it for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? We know it was a sad, situation with your father, you know what I'm saying? My condolences go to you and your family. You know what I'm saying? If you care to talk about that at this time, we definitely want to hear what you got on your mind.
I've excluded myself for a couple of months from, I guess, pretty much the world. I turned my cell phone off. Any source of communication, I just shut down. Because, just recently I lost my father, a man who I called Papi, about 6-7 months ago, man. It's one of those kind of situations that happen overnight. One day, my papi's dancing to a new song I recorded. The next morning, my mother called me and told me he's in hospital. But after doing extensive research in the situation and my papi, and the departure of his life, what had happened was that my father he had some medical situation relating to his heart, swelling on his foot. And of course, we're taking the doctors, and doctors give a medication to my papi. That medication was the wrong medication. We'll take him to our next doctor. The next doctor will prescribe a medication, pharmaceutical medication for my papi. Couldn't find out that's the wrong medication. It came to a point, my mother and I, while my father was alive, before his death, weeks before his death, we conducted an investigation on some medication that my papi had in his bag, which consisted at least about 11 or 12 different medication, pharmaceutical medication that my father was under. So after we conducted an investigation on the origin of these medications, come to find out, my father was placed on seven different medication that he did not need. 7 different medication he was taking. Now, as we all know, each prescription, there is a side effect. Whether it's a minor side effect or there's a major side effect. But if a doctor prescribes medication for a patient, and it comes to find out it's the wrong medication, or that medication is not helping that patient, he or she, doctor-wise, will prescribe yet another medication. But the first medication, there is a side effect. So while the patient is recovering from the first side effect from the first prescription medication, he or she is placed on yet another one, which means now the second medication, which is also the wrong medication, now there's 2 different side effects from the first medication to the second medication. So now the body itself is building up side effects as that patient goes on in its desperate dying search for the right doctor to prescribe the right medication. So what happens now, when the search goes on for so long for a patient, he or she goes to 8, 9 different doctors to find the right medication, or when they do find the right medication that can help whatever situation they're going through, it's too late, because all the side effects has built up together. All the minor side effects from each medication is now a major side effect now, because they're all accumulated together in a class action medication, a class action side effect, which contributes in the depreciation of a patient's body. But we all know pharmaceutical companies and doctors work co-and-co. Doctors go and buy a bunch of bullcrap medication they don't need. They have an overload of excessive medication. Now those doctors need to get those medications off of their hands to recuperate their money, which in return they give prescription medication to patients that they know for a fact don't need it. In the case of my father, he went in to get a gallbladder removed. Then he was diagnosed for kidney failure, like that. After the kidney specialist doctor indicated that my father is okay and he's gonna make it through this, all of a sudden now, his kidney drops, then his liver drops. There's a problem. But all this problem originates from the unnecessary pharmaceutical products that patients are taking. And this is a matter that's going on nationwide as well as worldwide. And my father became a victim to this bull crap, unnecessary use of prescription drugs by so-called doctors. Shit. Look, man, me and my father are real cool, man. We're more than just fathers, we're best friends, man. You know, and that really affect me. I got so many situations, so many songs, so many things that happened to me since the passing of my father. Something, events that I wanted my father to witness, and now he can't. But now I have my mother. Praise God. Everybody is born with two eyes. Your mother and your father. No, my father has been taken away from me, which means I only got one eye left, which is my mother. You know, so
we definitely, you know what I'm saying, appreciate you sharing that with us. You know what I'm saying, everybody needs to know what's really going on in this country when it comes to, you know, healthcare, you know, medications, because really, I mean, they like organized crime. You know what I'm saying? They got the monopoly on everything. And they making all this money, and people are still suffering, people are still dying. And you know what I'm saying, a lot of people are not getting the adequate health care they need. So we appreciate you sharing that with us. You know what I'm saying, round 3 coming up.